everyone, and thank you for joining us for this podcast panel discussion. Before we get started, let me ask a question. Who loves French fries? If you're like me, you do. And while eating fries may not be great for your waistline, it can be a factor in helping to reduce carbon intensity. Today, we're discussing how French fries and all the fried foods that we love play a role in lowering carbon intensity, and how Sheetz, Restaurant Technologies, and Chevron Renewable Energy Group work together to provide the market with biodiesel in this unique closed-loop process, and it has a positive impact on lowering carbon intensity in ways that you may not be familiar with. I'm your moderator for this conversation, Ron Cardwell, Director of Commodity Strategy at Restaurant Technologies. I have with me Andy McConnell, Renewable Fuels Trader at Sheetz, Jason Lawrence, Senior Business Development Manager at Chevron Renewable Energy Group, and Diana Gesking, General Counsel and ESG Leader at Restaurant Technologies. To start, if each of you could introduce yourself and tell us a little about your role, your organization, and the way your organization fits into this process. Let's start with Andy, which is where the process starts.
Hey everybody, as Ron mentioned, my name is Andy McConnell. I am the Renewable Fuels Trader for Sheetz. And for those that don't know, Sheetz is a family-owned convenience store chain based in Altoona, Pennsylvania. In addition to providing our customers with fuel for both their gasoline and diesel vehicles, we offer a wide variety of food options for our customers inside the store as well. Some of the more popular items on the menu are our fried appetizers. My favorite is the jalapeno poppers, but for many, it is French fries.
Thanks, Andy. And yes, I can attest that the fries at Sheetz are worth passing any other restaurants by just to get an order while you're filling up your tank. Next, let's talk to Diana.
Thanks, Ron. It's great to be here today. Diana Gesking, General Counsel at Restaurant Technologies. And when I'm not doing lawyerly things, I am also leading our ESG efforts. And ESG, for those of you who don't know, stands for Environmental Social Governance. I am a huge ESG nerd, so I, of course, know what it is, but not everybody does. So I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that. Restaurant Technologies has been the leading provider of automated solutions to commercial kitchens for our 40,000 customers nationwide. And these solutions include our Total Oil Management System, which is an end-to-end cooking oil management solution. We have 41 depots across the country and over 1,500 employees, and they're the ones who are out there delivering that fresh cooking oil to Sheetz while simultaneously collecting that used cooking oil. And then, of course, that used cooking oil goes over to Chevron Renewable Energy Group, who converts it into biodiesel and renewable diesel, which is awesome. And then, of course, that gets into trucks. And it's a wonderful story that I'm so excited to talk about here today.
Thanks, Diana. Next, Jason Lawrence.
Well, thanks, Ron. So my name is Jason Lawrence, and I am the Senior Business Development Manager here at Chevron Renewable Energy Group. Chevron Renewable Energy Group is a leading producer of lower carbon fuels, including biodiesel, renewable diesel, and a blend of the two called Ultra Clean. As one company, we are growing our renewable fuels production and world-class feedstock aggregation capabilities with Chevron's large distribution and commercial marketing position. As more companies turn their attention to finding lower carbon fuel solutions, we're positioned to leverage decades of experience and innovation to work towards meeting their individual needs. We tailor solutions and scale the options to work with our customers' various markets. One of those customers is Sheetz, who is utilizing our products to meet the demand for lower carbon fuels.
Great. Thanks, Jason. I think it's safe to say that we're all pretty excited about this conversation and the opportunity to tell the story of the collective work that our companies are doing. We have three very different companies working together in an important space, and it may not be obvious to everyone. Jason, is it important to know, for people to know about this relationship?
I believe it is, Ron. As you and I have been talking now for several years, it is an important story and somewhat unique in our industry. Working with both Sheetz and Restaurant Technologies as both a vendor and a customer, we saw the opportunity to tell a story of a complete circular arrangement formed from a supply chain made up of three vastly different companies that are impacting businesses and consumers. It's the consumer's consumption of French fries and other fried foods, pardon the pun, that is fueling the circular economy. Who would have thought by eating French fries at a Sheetz convenience store, you'd be making a difference by providing feedstock in the form of used cooking oil, which is then used to make lower carbon fuels. Well, guess what? You actually are.
So, Jason, a lot of this conversation it centers around biodiesel, but let's make sure everyone knows what we're talking about. Can you explain what exactly is biodiesel?
Yeah, sure, Ron. So biodiesel is made from a variety of feedstocks that includes recycled or used cooking oil, soybean oil, beef tallow, other fats and greases, and vegetable oils. Those feedstocks are run through our processing facilities and undergo a transesterification process to become biodiesel. The finished product can be used as a blend stock, meaning it's blended with traditional petroleum diesel fuel or renewable diesel, or it can be used at 100%. This fuel has a much lower carbon intensity than traditional fuels. A lower carbon drop-in fuel option means you can typically use it today without changing your engine's infrastructure, and biodiesel provides a number of benefits such as good lubricating properties that may help prevent wear and tear on the engine, lower carbon with reduced particulate matter and fewer hydrocarbons, and a higher cetane number.
Hey, thanks for that explanation, Jason. So Diana, can you provide insight into how a service provider like Restaurant Technologies fits into the world of renewable fuels?
It's a really great story, and at its core, Restaurant Technologies really is a sustainability company. We've had a fabulous story for many, many years, and it all started from when we said, okay, we're collecting all this used cooking oil and our customers are disposing of it. There has to be a better way to do it. And what is, other than it going into a landfill or getting dumped into a dumpster in the back of a restaurant, right? And so we said, what could we do? And that was where that partnership with Chevron Renewable Energy Group really formed nearly 2 decades ago. And the fabulous thing is that 100% of the used cooking oil that we collect from our customers goes and is converted to the renewable diesel or the biodiesel. And that means instead of it going into the trash in the ground, it's put into vehicles, potentially, eventually even into airplanes as sustainable aviation fuel. The opportunities are endless. And so as a business, not only is it important that we achieve our own ESG goals, our own sustainability goals, but this enables us to help our customers achieve their goals as well. And just as I like to throw in some data and some numbers because it's fun, but in 2023, we collected over 314 million pounds of used cooking oil. It's a crazy amount, and it's, I think, over 20 million more than we did in the year previously. So it's a fantastic amount that we're collecting, and then all of that is getting converted into renewable diesel or biodiesel with partners like Chevron Renewable Energy Group, and Sheetz playing huge parts.
The loop is starting to take shape here. So, Jason, help us connect the dots a little bit further on how used cooking oil from a fryer is used in biodiesel production.
Sure. So in its kind of simplest form, we take the used cooking oil that we get from companies like Restaurant Technologies, and we run it through the transesterification process that I previously mentioned to make the biodiesel. So transesterification is a big word that describes the reaction between fat or oil molecules, the triglycerides, and alcohol such as methanol used to make the biodiesel.
Okay, so Andy, help us understand why Sheetz chose to work with RTI for the handling of your used cooking oil from your fryers instead of just throwing it away.
Well, Ron, one thing that matters most to Sheetz is our customers. We pride ourselves on giving them what they want, when they want, and how they want it. So for more than 70 years, we've strived to make a positive impact on the communities in which we operate and where our customers are located. But our commitment transcends beyond the products and services that we offer. A big part of that commitment is encouraging a clean, healthy environment for the areas we serve. What many may not realize is that Diane had just mentioned some of that used cooking oil eventually is a waste product and could be sent to a landfill or other places where you might not want to be bulking up on that. So not only does selling the product to Restaurant Technologies reduce the amount reaching landfills and the communities we serve, our relationship with Restaurant Technology takes it a step further and turns what would have been a waste product into a component in the production of renewable fuels.
As a country that really enjoys fried foods, I do wonder how much consumers think about what's happening to the oil and other products that go into making their meals. How many pay attention to the value chain that's involved and who supplies the product and how they're handling things that may have an impact on the world we live in beyond today? It really is incredible to see the way that these 3 companies are working together in such a unique way. Andy, can you share with us a bit more about Sheetz' relationship with Restaurant Technologies?
As we mentioned, we've partnered with Restaurant Technologies to handle all the used cooking oil at our 700 plus stores. We plan on rolling that system out to all of these stores, hopefully by the end of 2024. So this partnership brings an outlet for recycling that used cooking oil, as well as an upgraded system on the inside that provides that all-in-one efficient system that transforms your back of house.
So Jason and Andy, while we're talking about relationships, can the two of you speak to the relationship your two companies have had in working together in this full cycle loop?
Sheetz and Chevron Renewable Energy Group, we've had a long standing supply relationship regarding biodiesel. Restaurant Technologies and Chevron Renewable Energy Group have had a long-standing customer relationship regarding feedstock. So when we realized that we had a circular ecosystem in place and could demonstrate the benefits of cooperating in, it was an easy conversation, and we all agreed that was a story that needs to be told.
Yeah, I agree with Jason. Chevron Renewable Energy Group has been a reliable source for biodiesel for Sheetz for the past several years, and we look forward to continuing that relationship and finding new ways to grow together.
This relationship between the three companies is fascinating, and I think it's very valuable, but can you explain to me how the customer plays a role in this entire process?
Ron, maybe I can kind of jump in. So the biodiesel that we're producing from the used cooking oil that's collected from Sheetz, a lot of the consumers and folks in the general public probably don't even know that they're contributing to this full circle life cycle value chain economy that we have set up here. So the biodiesel that we manufacture goes back to Sheetz, but it starts with Sheetz and their French fry oil to be collected to then be manufactured into a lower carbon fuel that is consumed at the Sheetz location.
Well, Ron, we want this to be as seamless as possible for our customers. Our customers that are purchasing diesel fuel at the pump, they're receiving this bio-blended product every time they fill up. And every time they go into the store to buy some more fried food, it's helping this circular partnership between the Restaurant Technologies, Chevron Renewable Energy Group, and Sheetz. So they're contributing without even knowing it.
Great. So it sounds like a customer just has to eat some delicious food at Sheetz, and they're part of the circular economy, right?
That's it.
That's easy. How much of the used cooking oil Restaurant Technologies collects from Sheetz goes into renewable fuels production? And what about the used cooking oil collected from all of Restaurant Technologies' other locations?
100%. I said it before, 100% of all of the used cooking oil that we collect. And as I mentioned before, we deliver that fresh cooking oil and collect that used cooking oil. And all of it that we collect is going over to be recycled accordingly.
The move to reduce carbon intensity is something that's continuing to not only be just a topic of discussion, but it's growing as the global population is increasing. Consumers are starting to require this, and it's becoming a key metric for companies' metrics and a contributor to their bottom lines as well. So what steps are being taken by each of your companies to contribute to reducing carbon intensity?
Ron, Sheetz is committed to being a responsible steward of the environment. While we still are early in this journey, we have already taken significant steps to reduce our impact. In addition to some of the things we've discussed here today about used cooking oil, we are now building stores with more environmentally friendly, more energy efficient than ever before. We have invested in alternative energy, renewable fuels infrastructure, and we continue to build on our progress.
All right, my turn. I'm going to jump in. I didn't get a tag that time, but I'm going to jump in. So Restaurant Technologies, as I mentioned before, at its core is a sustainability company. We're an ESG company. And not only is it incredibly important that we help our customers with their own sustainability journeys and reducing their emissions through the elimination of packaging related to the traditional provision of oil through plastic, single-use plastic, and cardboard, but it also matters what we do as a company. We, of course, measure our scope 1 and scope 2 emissions along with scope 3, and we're committed to reducing those, including using the biodiesel produced by Chevron Renewable Energy Group in our own fleet. We have a massive fleet across the country, and we want to make sure that we are doing what we can to lower our emissions in that field, along with other internal projects such as reducing single-use plastic water bottles at our corporate office, incorporating fully biodegradable gloves that are used across all of our depots, and then additional things with our trucks like retread tires. So it's something that is core to who we are, really important to what we want to do and contribute to the environment and the world as a whole.
So Chevron believes that the future is definitely lower carbon. We've committed $10 billion in investments towards various carbon reduction projects. And we're working towards growing our renewable fuels production capacity to 100,000 barrels per day by 2030.
So as we wrap up, what message do each of you want to leave your audience with? So Diana, let's start with you this time.
Awesome. So Restaurant Technologies, we're really committed to controlling the kitchen chaos. And that is a number of different levels, including safety, sustainability, making it easier for the kitchens and the staff to do what they do best and really produce those really great tasting French fries and all that awesome food and not have to worry about anything else. Plus the added benefit of collecting that used cooking oil, recycling it, getting it back into the vehicles. It's such a great story. I'm so excited that we could be here today. I think more people want to hear about it, need to hear about it. All of the customers of Sheetz every day don't know the impact that they're having, and it's a fantastic one. So just really pleased to be here and be able to talk about this circular fuel economy relationship with Sheetz and Chevron Renewable Energy Group and Restaurant Technologies.
Tag me in again, Diana.
All right, you're up. Go.
All right. That sounds good. I'd like to leave you with a reminder of the benefits of biodiesel. It has better performance, and it's a renewable fuel solution that is available now and usually without the need to change your engine's infrastructure. So when folks go to Sheetz and they buy their diesel fuel and fill up their trucks and equipment, guess what? You're part of a larger solution and contributing to all the benefits of lower carbon fuels. This is why we're telling a story. We all have a part to play. And our decisions today will affect our tomorrow. I certainly believe that the good that we do here now will benefit our future generations for our kids and our grandkids in the future.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you to Jason and everyone from Chevron Renewable Energy Group, as well as Ron and Diana and everyone from Restaurant Technologies for their partnerships and allowing Sheetz to be part of this story.
I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you to Sheetz for making delicious food that we all want to get hold of. Makes it easier for everyone. I'm licking my lips waiting to get some fries here as soon as I can. But thank you all for your time today. It's been an insightful conversation around how these three companies are working together and independently to lower carbon intensity through the use of recycled used cooking oil in biodiesel production. We hope to leave this conversation with a better understanding of what biodiesel is and the way that various feedstocks tie into production, including used cooking oil from some of your favorite fried foods. Most importantly, we hope we provided you with more insight into the importance of reducing carbon intensity and how businesses and consumers can make an impact. Thank you for watching.